Hi lads, and welcome back to yet another TF2 video. In this video, like last video, we'll be looking at prices of the usual hats and misc. This time around though, we'll be taking a look at the 10 cheapest unusuals in the game as of 2019. Sit back and relax and hopefully enjoy. Like last time, if any of these unusuals haven't been traded in a while, their prices become outdated. This will be indicated with the following icon next to the price of the unusual. With that out of the way, let's jump right to number 10. Number 10 is taken up by the Nuts and Bolts Sky High Fly Guy. Quite an interesting name for a soldier hat. This hat will set you back a ridiculous price of 7.75 keys or $13.31. There goes one of my kidneys. There are currently 12 recorded unboxings of this specific unusual, which is quite low compared to the other unusuals on this list. The only reason I could think of as to why it's so dirty cheap would be a low tier unusual effect combined with an awful looking hat. This soldier hat is designed to make you rocket jump higher and further to get crazy market gardener kills. On to number 9, which is occupied by the smoking Pugilist protector with 39 known existences, at a price of 7.75 keys or $13.31. I feel sorry for the heavy, judging by the number of heavy cosmetics on this list, definitely the least picked class when it comes to unusuals. The fact that the heavy also has one of the worst looking cosmetics doesn't help either. I'm interested to see what will happen to all of the heavy unusuals when the heavy update releases. If it ever releases, that is. Number 8 hosts the Nuts and Bolts Stately Steel Toe. Probably one of my favorite pyro hats combined with one of the worst unusual effects. I don't actually understand why Nuts and Bolts is a thing. It's barely visible from a distance and it doesn't have any flashy, blinking pixels like all of the high tier unusual effects have. I wish it would be replaced with a new flames effect. We currently have burning and scorching flames, but we need a new color. Something like yellow flames, imagine how that would look. Anyway, there are currently 30 of these unusual toes in the game, so pick one for your next purchase. It will cost you around 7.5 keys or $12.88. Another Nuts and Bolts takes up number 7, this time around tied to the Caruso's Capitaine. With 33 of these unusuals in the game, 7.5 keys or $12.88 each, not the cheapest downline unusual in the game. That spot is taken up by another hat later on this list. I'm quite surprised that we haven't spoken about any of the Robo hats yet. And we won't. Robo hats are simply too expensive to mention for this list. I was on a budget. This hat does seem like a Robo hat from a distance, and definitely tied with a Nuts and Bolts effect. If you just have a bit of imagination, you got yourself a Robo unusual. Another heavy unusual is up next. The Orbiting Fire Hard Counter is priced at 7.5 keys or $12.88, as well as I'm stunned it is. This is not the worst looking unusual effect, plus the hat it's combined with is not the worst either. I've seen the worst things in my life, but let's not talk about those. With 36 of these unusuals around, I'm sure you'll be able to pick one you like. Do make sure that you've got a medic with you at all times though, never trust one umbrella to save you. The next unusual is quite interesting and probably an outlier. First because of its, in my opinion at least, awful unusual effect, and second, the hat it's tied to isn't the best either. Number 5 is the Galactic Codex A Head Full of Hot Air. It's probably also an unpopular hat because of its name. With a total of 117 recorded unboxes, probably one of the most unboxed unusuals out there, if not the most. I believe there was actually one crate in the past which had a higher unbox chance, which caused loads of Thirst Bloods to be unboxed, but I could definitely be mistaken. This thing will cost you around 7.5 keys or $12.88. The 4th place is honored to the lovely Smoking Dreadnoughts, another heavy hat I actually got to like whilst working on this SFM scene you're seeing now. I have no idea what it is that attracts me. Perhaps it's the masculinity that the heavy emits with his hair like this, but I think a more reasonable explanation would be the amazing job I did on this scene that makes me like it. Anyhow, the unusual hat has been unboxed 36 times this fall and will cost you around 7.5 keys or $12.88. It's a shame that it doesn't really go too well with any other cosmetic I like. I'd love to hear it if you guys can think of a loadout which includes the Dreadnoughts. Finally, we have arrived at the top 3 when it comes to worst hats combined with the worst unusual facts for the cheapest price. This spot is taken up by the Smoking Sober Stuntman, an unusual for 7.5 keys or $12.88 that isn't even good enough to work properly in SFM. If anyone knows how to fix this hat specifically, let me know. All the other known solutions didn't really work for me. There are a total of 36 of these hats in the universe, so make sure to get one while supplies last. Or not, since it's not the best looking. The loser of the winner is the Bubbling Pugilist Protector. I actually don't really believe you want to be a winner on this list anyway, so is the second place the winner then, or how does that work? with 31 unboxes thus far, another not so rare hat with not that bad of a looking unusual effect in my opinion. This unusual will cost you around 7.5 keys or $12.88 if you're looking to buy one, but I'll probably suggest you to spend your money more wisely, on a new game or perhaps on a few better looking cosmetics, or if you're really feeling like it, spend it on unboxing crates to lose all of your keys instead. Then, the review we've all anticipated, the first place on the shaming list. The cheapest, most awful hat unusual effects combination is the Nuts and Bolts Janissary Cache. This spy hat is such a disgrace to wear. Every 32 entries of this hat are a disgrace to the French people. Every baguette out there would much rather be eaten than see somebody wearing this thing. Anyhow, it happens to be the cheapest, which means it must go for cheaper than the other hats, right? Well, that's right, this unusual costs you around 7.25 keys, which is $12.45. Just don't buy it, alright? And there you have it, a complete list of the current 10 cheapest unusual hats and misc in the game. Thanks so much for watching and I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, consider leaving a comment, liking the video or subscribing to the channel for more videos to come. I'll also leave links to my Twitch, Discord and Twitter in the description, as per usual. If you happen to have any feedback, do please leave that too. Once again, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!